Coming up on Sports Weekly, we'll take you out to the I Am Gifted Alexander Football Camp and Life Skills Camp at Cal State San Bernardino. We will have a one-on-one interview with Alexander Mattison. Plus, we will keep it out there at CSUSB for the camp and check in with San Bernardino Cardinals head football coach Sean Collins and his starting offensive line as the Cardinals try to go for back-to-back Mountain Valley League championships this upcoming season. And even more football on the way as we check in with Ahmad and Assad Chapman, the twins at Cajon High School, trying to lead the Cowboys to another CBL championship. All that and more coming up on Sports Weekly on IEMG, and it starts right now. And what is up, everybody? Welcome to Sports Weekly on IEMG. I'm your host, Pep Fernandez. In this segment, we are paying a visit to the I Am Gifted Alexander Mattison camp out there at Cal State San Bernardino. Not only football, but also a life skills camp. The former San Bernardino High School star, now with the Minnesota Vikings, always comes back to his hometown of San Bernardino to give back. Before we hear from Alexander Mattison, let's check out some of the sights and the sounds from the I Am Gifted camp.
Because we about to get into one-on-ones and stuff later, and we got 7-on-7 and stuff later. Y'all can't run these routes.
What's up, guys? We're out here at Cal State San Bernardino for another year of the I Am Gifted camp. Of course, this is Alexander Mattison spearheading this whole effort. And Alex, I mean, when you look around, tons of guys. In fact, I'm a big high school football guy in this area, and I was picking out all the local stars from our local high schools. But how cool is it when you see so many kids come out and so much community support around something that's so meaningful to you?
It means the world to me just to have these guys take time out of their days and their schedules and their summers to be here and be a part of this, and not just to be here and show their face, but actually indulge in this experience and teach these kids something and build their own personal relationships with some of these kids. That's what it's all about. I'm not a D lineman. I'm not an O lineman. I'm not a defensive back. So to have these guys who came from the same Southern California area, some straight out the San Bernardino, just like me, myself, around the IE, all these guys, Troy Dye, Ronnie Roberts, you got all these guys who are coming back and indulging themselves in this experience and letting these kids build relationships with them. And that's what it's all about. Just letting them have that tangible motivation and inspiration right there at the palm of their hands, in front of their face, and let them know that I came from the same type of circumstances, I come from the same area, and you can make it.
Okay, you just touched on it, but I do want to bring up the fact that NFL training camps are right around the corner. You could be, I don't know, on a yacht in the Mediterranean right now, relaxing with nice weather and food and just chilling out before the start of the season. But you're here. You're back in your hometown. You're giving back. Why is it important just for people in general to give back to their communities where they're from and not forget where they're from?
I think that's a huge part of what I do, everything I do. And I think people should take that to the heart a little bit more, is the place that you come from, how it made you the man that you are. That's something that I hold near and dear to my heart. I know that, San Bernardino is not always written to be the best, city, But I know that there's so much potential. There's so many kids with gifts in this city, and they just need the opportunity and the resources to showcase that. So if I can be a little bit of light in their life, a little bit of motivation, and a little bit of a resource for them, that's all I really live to be able to do, is just be in a position where I can give back and support the people and that community and the environment that supported me.
And if you think Alex just comes out here for a couple hours and talks to the kids and bails, you're wrong. It's a 3-day event here. He does the same thing in Minnesota. After this, you're heading up to Boise. You played at Boise State, obviously. So it seems like wherever you've been and people have maybe helped you along the way, you don't forget and you go back to those places to give back.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things where I just feel not just an obligation but a passion to come back and just show love to the place that showed me love. Growing up here in San Bernardino, it made me who I am. So I owe all the credit of the early part of the first 18 years of my life to San Bernardino. When I went off to Boise, I developed into the young man that I was at that time, between 18 and 20. I was able to grow into a young man through adversity, through challenges, through going through the rigorous college schedule and Division I schedule, and all of that. Learning those life lessons, going on my own mental health journey, all of that started in Boise. So it's only right that I go back there. And then in Minnesota, my new home, where I'm able to just live my dream. They took a chance on me, they believed in me, and they still do. And, I owe it to them, to that community, showing all the love. And so, yeah, it's just wherever I'm at, where there's love and where I do some time that helps mold me into the person I am, I think it's just a passion of mine to make sure that I give back to that community and just, spread love and positivity.
All right, finally, Alex, you just mentioned Minnesota believing in you. I got to ask you about the Vikings going into camp. Does it feel different maybe this year because you're going in as the guy? I mean, you're going to be the featured running back.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a little bit of a different feeling, but honestly, it's something that I prepared for. It's something that me and Dalvin have talked about since I first got in the league. It was a time that was going to come where it was going to be, or it was me, or it was going to be him. Yeah. And we prepared that way. We prepared that we're not a 1 and a 2, but we're 2 1s in the same backfield. So now that I have the opportunity in front of me, it's just all about seizing the moment. It's all about just continue to work the way that I do, look at the film, feel my body, understand where I need to strengthen my attributes and all that, understand where my weaknesses are, and just, continue to do the work. And that's all you can do in a position like I'm in, and not to put too much pressure on it, but just go out there, hope that I can make my family proud, hope that I can make myself proud, and hope that I can prove all the doubters wrong.
Well, you know what? Even before you get to NFL training camp, you're obviously making all of us proud here in the IE and specifically here in the city of San Bernardino doing camps like this. Alex, always appreciate the time. Thank you for so much good stuff here, some positive stuff here in our community.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. That's all we're all about, spreading love and positivity. Everyone just remember that you were born with the gift. You just have to find it, embrace it, and use it to shed some light in the world.
The pride of Cardinal City, Alexander Mattison.
All right, that was Alexander Mattison at Cal State San Bernardino at his I Am Gifted camp. We'll head back out to camp as we go one-on-one with San Bernardino high school football coach Sean Collins and his starting offensive line. Can the Cardinals win another Mountain Valley League title? We'll be back on Sports Weekly on IEMG.